Hi everyone, welcome back to another video, and for maths today we're going to be carrying on with our multiplication and we're going to move on to something different because I know from our Zoom meetings you're now experts at counting in twos. What we're going to do first is we're going to have a bit of a recap about this and how we can work out using this sign. Okay, so this is the times sign or the multiply sign. And we were talking about in our video the other day how it also means lots of or groups of. So for this one here, we have 3 lots of 2 equals how many? Well, let's see, we're going to get our 3 lots of 2, 1 lot of 2, 2 lots of 2, 3 lots of 2. I'm going to change this one because white on white doesn't work, Mr. Stillwell, you're very silly. That is 3 times 2, because we have 3 lots of 1, 2, 3, 2 counters. There we go, 3 lots of 2. And what we need to do is, to work out what the answer is, add all of our counters together. Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So our answer to 3 times 2, or 3 lots of 2, is 6. If you didn't have counters to work that out, you can look at it in a different way. We can use the times word to help us here. So what we need to do is, we are going to do 3 times 2. That also could mean that we need to write the number 2 3 times. So here we go. So this would be 1 times 2. 2 times 2, 3 times 2, because we have the 2 3 times. So 1 times 2, 2 times 2, 3 times 2. And then with that, we can use our skill of using our repeated addition like we were practicing, our counting twos, so plus and plus equals 2 plus 2 plus, 2 plus 2 plus 2 equals how many? 6. Gets us to the same answer because we have the same thing, it's just written in a different way. So we have changed this to having 2, so there are lots of 2, 3 times. It's the same as 3 times the number 2. Gives us the same answer. For the main part of our lesson today, year 1, we're going to be looking at counting it in tens. And it's just like when we were counting in twos. Now we have a bigger number to count with. But I sometimes think it's actually a bit easier to count in tens than it is to count in twos. Okay, so we're going to use something to help us. I've got some lovely straws, but I need to make sure I've got 10. So we're going to count these together, okay? So ready? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, I've got one rolling away. 9, 10. I'm going to need to pick that one up off the floor, but I have 10 straws. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put them in a bunch them all together, tie an elastic band around them, and now we know that this bunch of straws that I've got in my hand is worth 10, or there is 10 straws in there. There we go. So I've got here one bunch of straws which has 10 straws in it. So I'm going to write 10 down here. Now for something that's going to help us, one that I made earlier. I have another bunch of straws which has another 10 straws in. So I'm going to put that down next to that. And because we're counting in tens, I'm going to put them together. So 10 plus 10 equals, how many straws have we got in these 2 bunches of 10? Let's count and maybe we can check, see if we've got it right. And now, so here we go all together. So the first bunch I've got here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 10 straws there. That's my first bunch of straws. We need to add this other bunch on as well, don't we, to see what we get. So 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. We have 20 straws altogether. But we don't want to count in ones, do we? So we're going to count in our bunches. So we have 10 straws and 10 straws equals 20 straws. But we're not counting in ones. So we need to go 10, 20. I'll add another bunch. What might it be next? 30. So 3 bunches of 10 is 30 straws. 2 bunches of 10 is 20 straws. 1 bunch is worth 10. So we need to change this if we're doing our 3 lots to rub that out. Oh no, Mr. Stewart, you're marking the table. It's okay. So plus another 10. We've got another 10 straws here, haven't we? Equals 3 lots of 10. There are 30 straws. We can check that if we want to count again by taking our straws out. So we know there's 20 there because we've counted 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. We can also show this using our maths equipment, and here we have these little purple squares which are called deans, and I have got 10 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. When I've got 10 of the cubes, I can change and exchange it for a tens stick. And there's 10 in here, 10 little squares all glued together. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is my group of 10. I'll write that down there. So we have 10 there. I want to count in tens, so I'm going to add another group of 10s. Here's another group, 10. And another 10, so 10 plus 10 equals, how many little cubes would I have there? If I've got 10 cubes and another 10 cubes, how many would I have? I know. Should we break down our 10 stick into little ones just so we can double check that we've got it right and count, check what we think the answer is? So here we go. There's 10 there. We'll do another one. Write it off. How many cubes have we got? Pause this video and carefully count. Zoom in for you so you can see them a bit clearer. Carefully count how many cubes you've got there, and that will give us the answer to 10 plus 10, or 2 lots of 10. Hopefully you've carefully counted, just like I have, and we've realised that 2 groups of 10, 2 lots of 10, 2 times 10 comes to 20. So now for this one, I want you to work out what 3 groups of 10s are. So what would come next in our number sequence when counting in tens? So we've got 2 done. Ready for us? 10 plus 10. There's another plus here. Plus 10 equals, how many different X? We've got 10, 20. What would our third one be? Can you work that out? I wonder if you said this number here. 30. That is what comes next in our counting in tens sequence. Going back to using our cross sign, our multiplication sign, or our times sign, we know that is telling us how many times we need the number. So I'm going to write our cross sign here. Times. We need the number 10. We need this number here 3 times. to give us the answer because we have 3 lots of 10. So 3 times 10 should give us the same answer as 10 plus 10 plus 10. We've just used it and written it as a multiplication problem. In the description to this video, Year 1, I've put a link to a Counting in Tens song, again by Scratch Garden, just like our twos one. Go and give that a listen because that'll help you remember what numbers we'll see when we do our counting in tens. For your activity for today's lesson, I want you to have a go at doing this same activity we've done with counting for twos. I want you to have a go at trying to do it for counting in tens now in your books as well. So what numbers are we going to fill in the missing gaps on our number tracks? And I'm going to do the first one to help you guys out. Okay, so we'll have a look here. So we've got our first one. 0, 10, 20. So we need what's going to come next after 20 if we carry on counting at 10. Can you remember from listening to the song? 30. 40. And we've got 50 for us. Thanks for helping us. Next one is going to be 60. 70. 80. 90 and 100. I wonder, Year 1, if you can notice any patterns when we're counting in tens. There's something that I've noticed about the first number and the last number that's the same each time. Or the same thing happens each time. Have a look and see what you think. What number does it always end with? And what happens to the number at the beginning? See if you can have a go at filling in all the rest of these gaps in your maths books. Okay, and again, I'm going to give you a little bit of a hint because there's one tricky one on here. Look at this one. The star. I think it might go backwards. I'm sure I can't trick you though, because you are super mathematicians. Okay, good luck with that activity. Bye-bye.